Hey guys.
Alright folks, this one is hot off the presses. Orbit Culture yesterday released this brand new song, brand new video. So we had to push some videos to the side that we already had planned and pre-recorded for today because Orbit Culture takes precedent.
Yeah, can't wait, man.
I know, I'm not gonna wait for like a day or two or three or whatever to find out what this new song is all about. Let's just fucking dive right into it. Everybody else can wait. Amorphous, you guys that want to see like the latest Amorphous one, you're gonna have to wait a couple of days, but we'll get to it.
Yeah.
But Orbit Culture comes first. All right, you ready for this?
I'm so ready for this.
By the way, the name of the song is "Death Above Life." I forgot to mention that. Wow, no clean vocals, eh? What are you waiting for?
No, I was waiting for it to finish.
When the
Okay,
Rivata logo
that's my
comes on?
only. That's my own. I love this song. That is my only pet peeve. My only thing is that in that portion there, it not only was it calling, dude, it's on its hands and knees begging.
I don't agree.
Begging for some clean vocals to come in, dude.
Don't agree.
And come in just like as these, not like his maybe a little bit like his normal clean vocals, but just more of like something that feels like the soul is being ripped out of you type shit. It's on his hands and knees begging.
What part are you talking about?
The ending there where it lightens up. What do you mean? Okay, throughout the song, no. Like throughout the song.
No, but this song you don't.
Hold on. Let me talk.
There's a. Okay,
Like how Ronaldo does this.
Okay,
You know?
he does it with both hands actually. But anyways,
He used to do this.
Can you make your point so I can make mine?
In that ending part there, where it's like where it's like it lightens up.
Where that guitar sound is not there anymore.
Yes, when it's not there anymore, that portion needs some clean vocals, dude. It's begging for it, like. It needs it, and the song doesn't need to end off how it did. If you put the vocals there, you can just end it off like that, where you have this like fucking heavy. And you know what it would remind me of? It would remind me of Love Burns from Paleface Swiss, where the song is fucking intense and whatever, and then the end of the song
is the clean vocals.
And then it hits you with something more melodic, and the vocals lighten up a little bit. But it sounds like
that song is really good.
It sounds like he's
by
being
the way.
dragged. You know, like his vocal sounds like he's like the life of him is being dragged, right? And ends with that. That's what they should have done here.
I don't agree at all.
Because structure-wise, it followed a similar structure, and I think it would have sounded amazing in that portion if he came in with the clean vocal. And I thought he was going to.
No, I never thought about it.
But that portion there around the end. Clean vocals should have came in my opinion. There should have been some clean vocals there, and it should have just ended with it. You don't need to go back to. I've heard enough of the during the song. I don't need more of it at the end. I'm happy if you just like leave with what like that, dude. Come on, that would have been perfect. That would have been perfect.
I completely
Although
disagree.
I still like the song how it is. I still enjoy the song how it is. But if I had the song is a 9 out of 10, and it'd be an 11 if in my head if they did the clean vocals there and just ended with
in your
it.
head, zombie. Anyways, are you done with your
voices in my head?
yeah. All right, Randy Orton. Are you done with your rant?
Yes.
Can I go now?
Yes.
The reason I completely disagree with you is because to me this is perhaps the most non-orbit culture song that they've ever done. And I think if you throw in their and I'm not saying that they couldn't fit. That's not what I'm saying.
Oh, dude.
Let me finish.
Yeah, okay.
So what I'm saying to you is, I'm not saying that the clean vocals wouldn't fit. What I'm saying to you is that this song to me was the most non-traditional orbit culture song that they've ever done. And if you throw the clean vocals in there, then you lose the fact that this is a very non-traditional orbit culture song, and you're converting the song into a more orbit culture song. Because let me just say this. This song is very out of nature for orbit culture, in my opinion. And because it's a very industrial sounding song. This sounds like something out of like Fear Factory, for example. It's a very industrial, even the way the guitar sounds.
Although some of their past, more recent songs have been similar in nature. I think so.
Not to this point.
Not to this point, but I think
because when you put some of the guitar tonalities of this track, the fact that there's no clean vocal, when you put all of these things together, like into a song, you're creating a song that loses a little bit of what the DNA of the band has been. Having said that, a lot of people that I've seen, and I don't know if this plays a role. Listen, I'm not Nicholas, I'm not Richard, I'm not the guys, right? Mm-hmm. So I don't know what's in their mind when they're writing songs or writing music. From a listener standpoint, I feel like the problem with a band like Orbit Culture, or what could become a problem for a band like Orbit Culture, is the same thing that could become the problem for the Lorna Shore of the world, which is repetition, which is you releasing some really good tracks, some really good records. You create a DNA sound that everybody associates with your band. I know I'm listening to an Orbit Culture song, 2 seconds into the song, I know it's orbit culture. So they have their defined DNA. The problem with that defined DNA is that it could become quite predictable. After a while, almost every song starts to feel or sound the same. You start to see the same patterns, the same repetitions. Everything is the same with the clean vocals, all of that shit. So to me, a track like this completely closes the door and throws away the key, because it breaks that mold, it breaks that pattern. And when you think about a track that has no clean vocals, which has always been like kind of like a staple of an orbit culture song, they always want to give you some clean vocals somewhere in the track. It doesn't have as much of a chuggier guitar riff to it. It's more of an industrial guitar sound.
Yeah.
So when you start to take away some of the things that have been there, consistently been there as orbit culture sound elements, you strip them down and you create a song like this, throwing clean vocals in there would defeat the whole purpose of creating a song that's outside the box for orbit culture.
But then, don't make that portion, because, dude, anybody's listening to that portion, the more melodic portion in the song, and it sounds like it's begging and calling for some clean vocals. Like, it doesn't just sound like normal melodic. No, it sounds like there were vocals there and they just took it away. Like, that portion was made for some vocals to go in there. And I'm not meaning like his headfield vocals. I'm talking about like just some, if he wants to lighten up his vocals a little bit and use a different clean vocal approach, do that, right? But I'm just saying, like, if your whole goal was to move away from becoming a monotony of sound, then
it's not necessarily creating monotony of sound. You're trying to create something that still is who you are, culture, but not like, okay, how many times can we hear the same chugging riff? Like,
I understand. If you're gonna do that though, the song is 3 minutes, and you just only have that 3-minute portion there.
I disagree with you again.
Because the thing is,
you know what I would think? I like to solve your problem and to solve.
Don't have that part there, because that part there,
you could have that part there, and you could have clean vocals there. You just cannot have Nicholas doing his vocals. You would have to have a guest vocalist.
Yeah, or it has to be a vocalist.
Because his voice in that spot would not work.
I said his James Hetfield ones do not work.
They would not work.
There needs to be a softer tone. So if he can do a softer tone, then, or just get a guest vocalist.
No,
and a guest vocalist would have fixed the entire thing, doing vocals in that. But vocals need to be in that portion. I don't know how many times I have to stress this. When you make something that literally it's calling for, like, dude, I could be in New Brunswick and I can hear that it's calling for some fucking vocals. Give me some goddamn vocals. It hurts my head because you're listening to it and it was going. And I'm like, okay, the vocals are gonna come in. Okay, maybe not. Okay, maybe fucker. They're gonna be no fucking vocals. Like it sounds like it needs it. Like it needs it, man. And it's not there. So it fucks with you because it's like, okay, now. Realistically, yes, it doesn't sound like every Orbit Culture song, but I could have done without it because it sounds so good, but it sounds so good because I feel like there should be vocals in there. And now every time I listen to the song, I'm going to be mumbling randomness in that portion because I'm going to be thinking there needs to be fucking vocals.
I'm going to throw a name out there. Some Rob Flynn from Machine Head vocals on that part would have been killer.
Yes. Killer. Yes. Yeah. Perfect. Yeah.
If you did that, I would be on board.
I'd be on board.
100%.
The song would be an 11 out of 10.
You cannot have Nicholas do his James Hetfield vocals on that spot. It's not going to work.
When I said there needs to be vocals, I didn't say that. I said that.
But I'm thinking, who the hell is going to do vocals?
He could do them, but it has.
Frederick on bass is going to throw in some vocals. I don't even know if.
But I said originally he can do them, but it can't be his James Hetfield ones. It cannot be his normal ones. It has to be something lighter. It needs to sound like something is leaving.
Actually, I wouldn't think necessarily lighter because if you put Rob Flynn there, you actually get a little bit more graspiness to it. But they're not heavy.
But he also has that pulling factor where even though he has a little bit of a heaviness to his heart, to his clean vocals,
they're not overly heavy. Though.
It sounds like someone is dragging him through the mud and he's trying to grab onto life. Like he showed it not in the newest album, in the previous album. He's shown and all throughout Machine Head shown that he has really good clean vocals. They would have worked perfect in there.
Calling his vocals clean vocals.
You know what I mean?
Still,
clean-ish vocals, like in Halo.
Like mad vocals. Like he's mad.
Yeah, but like in Halo, or in the chorus of Halo, where he kind of lightens it up a little bit. That sounds. I always love the fucking chorus in that song. Yeah, put his vocals there, and it's 11 out of 10. But this song, makes me angry. Although I like it, it makes me angry because the first like 3 to 4 minutes is something that we don't get, right? And if you're gonna do that, then do that, but end it there. Don't have this fucking portion, because now that they have this portion here, which I still think that the way the song is, it doesn't need to end how it did. It could have, because if you add the vocals, then you don't need the way it did.
No, the song itself, the style of the track itself, it's like I said, it's a very industrial sounding song. To me, I feel like a track like this actually needs to be a little bit shorter. The track is what, like 5.5 minutes? It needs to be around the 4-minute mark, in my opinion, because there is a sense of normally in most industrial bands, there always is a sense of repetition because they go to the same sound,
Which in this case
like
was
ad nauseum, which in this case was the like that stuff. And even when you think of that kind of sound, that's kind of a sound you also hear in Machine Head. Not in this setting, because Machine Head doesn't sound like an industrial band. Not in this setting, but they do a lot of that stuff. So even from that standpoint, having a vocalist like him guest on the track would have been absolutely gorgeous. So I'll concede on that front.
It would've-
But when you said clean vocals, I'm thinking
But dude,
Nicholas's
it makes-
clean vocals there do not work.
But
do not work.
When you listen to this song now, you're gonna listen to the song and you're gonna be like, okay, this is like, it's a good song. I like the song, the way it's constructed. I like it.
But I think
it
this
pisses
song.
me off.
But I think this song is gonna be one that's gonna take some digesting to do, because when I think of Orbit Culture, and if you
I
ask
have
me
no
to,
problem with the industrial feel. I have zero problem with the way. But
I'm not saying I have a problem with it. What I'm saying to you is this is a song because to me it feels so outside the box that it's not a go-to song for me when it comes to Orbit Culture.
No, because
it has to grow on me a little bit. I have to digest the song a little bit.
It's gonna grow on me, but at the same time, I will never not be pissed off. Because when I hear good guitar that sounds like there should be some good vocals with it, it's like instrumental tracks. The guitars in the instrumental tracks never do shit like this because they
become
know,
the vocals.
Because they become the vocals. So you never need this was like.
It's like you're listening to a Polyphia song. Where the fuck are you going to put vocals on a track like that?
Exactly, right?
The song is not built for vocals.
It's not built for vocals. That's what they should have done if they were going to do that with no vocals. But the fact of the matter is, they made that portion there sound like the Rolls Royce of carrying vocals and no vocals. So this song, for as much as I enjoy the first portion, I still think the end doesn't really need to be there because it's just a repetition of what we were already having before. I will always be pissed off listening to this song. I'll be enjoying the first part.
I think you'll be pissed off of the potential that it could have had.
The potential, yeah. I'll be listening to the first part and fucking going crazy because it sounds really good. I really enjoy it.
Fucking heavy.
Fucking really heavy. But then it's going to get to that part and I'm going to be like, fuck, okay, let me make up my own lyrics and start singing along.
Because let's not do that.
Dude.
All right. On that note, guys, I think we've said everything that we could say about this song. Now it's your turn to say what you got to say about this song, because we have a lot of Orbit Culture fans on our channel. So hit us up in this comment section. Let us know your thoughts.
If you don't agree with sorry if I keep cutting you off. If you don't agree with our choice on the guest vocalist,
hit us up with somebody else. Yeah, hit us up with somebody else. Let us know in the comment section. We'll see you all at the next one.
See ya.